Hello, my lovelies. Thank you for stopping by and checking out this video. This video is not going to be intended for ASMR. However, I would greatly appreciate just a couple of moments of your time to get some feedback and to also give kind of an update about myself and the channel. I've been absent now for almost 2 weeks. I haven't made any ASMR videos, and I kind of wanted to give a little bit of backstory. But on a positive note, I would love to hear more feedback. I've had a lot of recommendations, a lot of critiques that people have given me over the last year and a quarter, and there's a big change that's coming up, and I would like to take that on as a challenge to implement a lot more suggestions, different types of role plays, different types of ASMR triggers, and so that's kind of what this impromptu video is about. About a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, I had just crossed over 10,000 subscribers, and I wanted to really thank everyone as well for being a part of this channel and allowing me to explore a hobby that I didn't think would ever really amount to very much. I've been able to develop so many friendships over this. It's been a driving force for me when I've had the opportunity, whereas in normal life I'm kind of an introverted person. I don't usually do a whole lot of socialization, so this channel has been a huge outlet for me. And for those of you that have joined recently, been long-term, I just want you guys to know how much I appreciate your support, your presence, and that the people that keep coming back and giving me just love and support. Thank you. Also, about 2 weeks ago, Jellybean Green had mentioned me on her channel, and I'm gonna just fangirl for a couple of moments here because I've been listening to JB now for probably the entire time that I've been listening to ASMR. I've been subscribed to her channel and I've watched her for years. And so to have somebody that you really admire, you look up to, you fall asleep to on a regular basis, to mention you, I just wanted to give a special thank you to JB and the new subscribers that have headed my way because of her recommendation or her acknowledgement. Thank you so much. That meant a great deal to me, and it was also very tickling because I've never, well, I don't want to say I've never, but I have never met a celebrity or anyone like that. So whenever I get like mentions anywhere, I'm all like, so okay. Back to some of the questions. Details on requests. I would like to know some feedback on some things. I've heard a couple of people who have asked me to take some of my videos where the roleplay is to envision that you're resting your head on my lap. And so the perspective is looking upwards, and I'm actually upside down to the camera. And I've actually had quite a few people mention that makes them nauseous. Some people love it, and then some people really don't love it. And they have asked if I could rotate the video 180 degrees so that they would be able to enjoy it. I don't know whether or not that is something that would actually be interesting to people. So I wanted to pose the question, do the camera angles, does the moving camera cause anybody to be motion sickness? And would you like to see some of these videos altered so that they are in an upright position? There's also filters. One of the things that I've been playing with over the last couple of months is my Flux LED light bulb, which is a Bluetooth light bulb, and I'm able to control the hue of the light, the intensity, whether or not it's natural light, incandescent light, warm light, dark light, and cold lights. And some people have said that there's certain hues or filters. Some people think that it is a filter that is geared towards triggering sleep or warmth or cold. And I was wondering whether or not filters and color implementation would be something that you would enjoy me experimenting with. I've been doing that a little bit with the light bulb, but I also know that creators like Infinitely ASMR, she also creates 2 different versions of her videos quite frequently. One that's for relaxation purposes, and then one that's pretty much just for a sleep aid, and that's got a darker lighting, a red hue to it, and it is a very relaxing, warming type of light. So would filters, would having a second version of certain videos with that type of alteration be interesting? Talking versus no talking. I've taken a couple of requests to do no talking videos where it's just like the sounds of latex gloves, or if it is something with just general role plays. I like videos that don't have a whole lot of talking in them. A lot of the times I'll use them for sleep aids, and it's a little bit different, but if I were to create videos that had a version with talking and a version without talking, would that be something that others would be interested? What do you as a viewer or listener usually prefer? Do you like interaction, or to imagine that there's interaction with a person, dialogue, or do you generally prefer no talking? Mukbang. I like watching eating shows, and I know that there are some mukbang channels that are specifically for eating. I also know that the sounds of eating, how ironic is it that my cat right now has decided that he's going to eat some more right now. I know that the sounds of eating can really gross some people out. If you've never heard of mukbang before, it's kind of like an eating show where I imagine that you're sitting across from the person or next to the person and you're having a meal together. Some people like to get really close up with the audio and the mouth sounds, and I'm not so sure I enjoy the sounds of eating as much as I like looking at the food. I love sushi, and I try to make all of these. He is so loud. This is a topic I need to get back into and to talk about as well. I very much enjoy cooking, and I especially like making sushi and different types of sushi, and I like to make it very decorative, and I think that that's when I watch other people having sushi mukbang videos, I'm more entertained and I get hungry for the food that I'm looking at, not so much the audio or even the visual that goes along with it. But I mean, it's nice to also see people really enjoy their food as well. And a couple of people have mentioned it. I didn't know if it was more of a type of fetish request or if it was something that people would be genuinely interested in. Specifics about the requests. I am in the process right now of getting ready to move. I have been struggling to find time to do recording because, well, for a couple of different reasons. The first one is that you've probably noticed a lot of my recordings take place in one single room, and that's because I'm renting the bedroom of a family member's home. And I have been trying to find out a way to finance a mortgage or how to possibly rent an apartment, which I will do if I have to, but I would love to have a place in the country. I grew up in New York. I'm so used to people being around me everywhere. I would like to move out into the country with a house, someplace that's rather quiet, someplace where I can do outdoor audio recording even. And so I'm looking at the potential of a house, but I have been tirelessly trying to find a lender or a bank that will finance my particular situation. One of the other reasons why I've been somewhat absent from YouTube is because the company that I work for, I'm one of the partners in a startup company that started in 2015. So being self-employed, that's a whole nother story. That's one of the main reasons why a bank is not considering me for a mortgage, is because I'm self-employed and most of my investments for the past 2 years have gone back into the business, so it doesn't look like I look poor, and I kind of am poor. But aside from that, summer is when we tend to pick up on work, and right now I am working about a 55 to a 60-hour work week, and I get one day off typically. Sometimes I'll take Saturday off, or I'll take a half day off on Saturday. But I am so tired. I am so exhausted. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't come out with a video is I slept the weekend away this past weekend, which is good because, I mean, great, your company's taken off. Woo, that's great. I am so tired though. So I did want to apologize also for not being present. I know I have kind of neglected my comments section and any of the messages that others have sent to me on Facebook. I know I've also neglected messages. Twitter, I haven't ignored anybody on Twitter. I just don't know how to use Twitter. So I apologize if I haven't gotten back to you. It's not anything personal. It's, I usually get up in the morning and I check my messages and then I proceed to get ready for work. And by the time I get a moment to sit down in front of a computer, I got to do bookkeeping or something else. And I just haven't really had time to sit down and focus on that aspect either. So I'm not ignoring anybody. I really apologize, though, that I haven't been participating very much or being very receptive to everyone that's been really, really kind to me over the past year. So, those are the big things. One of the bright sides to possibly purchasing a home would be that I'm going to hopefully have more quiet time, more than just the bedroom that I can record in, and that I can lock these little fuzzy duzzies, these little adorable kitties of mine, I can lock them in another room, and I can have all of my recording equipment and whatnot in a separate location. Someplace that's isolated and I don't really have to worry about kitty eatings all the time. That would be nice. But I may be moving into an apartment, but I don't know how quiet that's going to be. Going back around here, I'm going in circles, I'm sorry. I am hoping that in the next couple of months I'm going to be able to have a lot more time to reflect on requests and getting creative again in a quiet space, in my own space, and try to come up with some more creative scenarios. A friend that I have met through Facebook and through this channel has recommended a couple of more fantasy-based type of role plays. I'm a huge video gamer, and I would love to do something like a wood elf or a Dalish elf, or trying to think of what other classes and races there are out there. Elves, I usually play an elf in RPGs and whatnot, so I was thinking about doing something more away from my ordinary medical roleplay type videos, and I would love to hear specifics that you would like to hear. Is it fantasy? Is it something where you would like to see another participant, such as if I had a guest where I were giving them a hand massage or a back massage? Nothing too creepy, please. I mean, I'll hear anything out. I'm not opposed to anything, really, as long as it's not hurting anybody. But there are certain topics and subjects that I would not necessarily feel comfortable doing. So if it's borderline fetish, I might say thank you, but no thank you. But going back, I would love to hear specifics. Do you like no talking videos? Do you like layered sound videos? Do you like medical roleplay videos? What is your favorite type of video? If you could listen to any one ideal type of video out there, what would it be? Would it be just the sounds of latex gloves mixed with rain, with the camera angle 180 degrees off, and a color scheme of purple? These types of details I want to accommodate towards others' preferences, things that help you sleep, things that help you relax. I know that when I'm doing things like finances and bookkeeping, it's really relaxing for me to have layered sounds of things like latex gloves and mouth sounds. So I would love to hear specifics. And that's not just limited to different characteristics of a video, but different themes. Do you like fantasy? Do you like role plays? Do you like where I pretend that you're an acquaintance or a friend of mine? Would you like that you are an inanimate participant in this? A couple of months ago, Crinkle11 had made a video of an autopsy, and that went over well with most of the viewers. It was a very creative, very interesting theme that I don't think very many people, if anybody, has tried before. And then some people just, they could not, they just, they just couldn't. And I respect people that might find those videos triggering and they object to the nature of it. But I am pretty much open to anything that's not sexual. So that's the kind of update that I wanted to give people. I wanted to thank all of my 10,000 subscribers. That's more people than I think I've ever met in real life. Pretty awesome that I have met 10,000 people on that level where they cared enough to subscribe to my channel. So thank you guys so much for the love and support. I love you guys so much. Thank you, Jellybean Green JB, for giving me a shout out. That was a great morale booster, and I was just very, very tickled, and I'm fangirling still from that. Thank you to the new subscribers that have joined me since that mention. For my new subscribers, thank you so much, and I'm so glad that you guys are here. Details on requests, anything, please send me messages. If it's personal, send me messages. If it is something that you want to put in the comments section, feel free to do that. You can also probably get feedback from other people that are reading them, so please check out the comments section and read other people's recommendations to discuss whether or not that would be something would be interesting to you. And, oh, I was supposed to mention this at the top. In a couple of the previous videos that someone has tagged me or kind of done like the internet chainmail thing where you mention somebody and then you're supposed to mention other people that you watch, that you listen to, that you think should be supported. There are two people that have been great contributors to my channel, my ideas, and just the fun silliness of making ASMR videos. And I have always forgotten to include these in these lists that I've been tagged in. Tenderloving ASMR. She is one of the most adorable girls that you're ever going to find. She's probably one of the prime examples why everyone loves Canadians. She's just adorable young woman that has started doing a lot of different role plays. She speaks French, which is beautiful. Beautiful. And she's just really, really adorable. If I could recommend any channel that I have fallen asleep to consistently over the last 2, maybe 3 months, I would highly recommend sending her some love because you're going to love her. And the other girl that I would love to mention has been a contributor to this channel in many different ways. Lapis Lazuli. She goes by the name Pandora, but she is in, I think she's in the beginning stages of contemplating whether or not she wants to start an ASMR channel. I know what that perspective is sometimes like when you're maybe nervous about jumping into something that you don't know what the outcome is going to be, you're afraid of reception. So I would love if some of my viewers would maybe go over there, give her a couple of moments of your time, and give her a big warm welcome, help to bring her into the fold with love and support and encouragement, because she's been such a nice contributor to me, although I know that I've seen her comments in other sections as well in other people's channels. She's just a very open person, and I hope that we can show her the same type of love that she's shown so many of us too. Alrighty guys, I'm about ready to go to bed. I'm sorry I will not be recording any type of ASMR video tonight. Probably because it would just be of me sleeping, but maybe that would be interesting. Would you like to watch someone sleeping? That's kind of creepy actually. My camera does time out after 20 minutes though. Food for thought. Thank you so much, guys, for 10,000 viewers. So flattered, so tickled that you guys are here, and I hope that you guys can all sleep very well. I apologize. I will be back in full force as soon as I am able to catch up on my sleep finally. In the meantime, I hope you are well, and be good.